How's everybody doing today? It's been quite a while since I've done a video. I've been pretty busy. Of course, with all the rain and everything we've had here in the Midwest, it's been hectic to say the least. Anyway, I got just a few things here I wanted to touch base on today. I put an engine together for a customer in Kansas City, and had the engine together, run stand, started it, broke it in, not a problem. Drained the oil, started it, run it again, run just fine. Playing around with the carburetor at that point, shut it off. I like to test run them at least 4 or 5 times before I hand it over to the customer. Not a problem. First two times it was running. The break in, change the oil, and then run it again. And after that, I couldn't get it to start. It'd crank over. Well, maybe it was my battery, didn't have enough. Starter, went through both of those to no avail. I chose to put it back on the engine stand, tear it apart. Yeah, front bearing seized up. What exactly the problem was at that point, I did not know. Took everything apart, cleaned it all up. Make sure it spun on the bearing just fine, or spun on the crank just fine, and I've got it's a brand new scat crankshaft. Crankshaft checked okay. At this point I'm just thinking, well, maybe assembly was wrong, maybe my pin, I didn't get the bearing set just right, put it back together. Couldn't even get it to turn over. And turn a little bit and stop. So at that point I'm about to pull my hair out. So I take it back off, put it back on the stand, tear it apart. And at that point I called the customer and I said, well, it could be something I did, because I haven't been line boring in about 3 or 4 blocks, so I'm new. So well, either I did something with the line boards not right, let's just find another block. Lo and behold, we run across some blocks. Got the block, and of course before I do anything now, because it was just a block, I'm about done rebuilding an engine from just a bare block. If it ain't running when it comes to me from somebody else, I am not going to mess with it. So this block, we take it, put it together. Well, I take it, put the case halves together, torque everything down, make sure everything torques good. I have 2 studs break and 1 pull out of the case. Okay, so I take it back apart. At this point, like I say, nothing's inside, bare empty block. So I'm getting ahead of myself here. I need to finish talking about the bearing with the other block. So let me jump back on that right quick. What I found, let me grab the camera so I can look at this a little better. Sorry about the confusion on this. I'm jumping ahead of myself. So anyway, on the bearing issue, what I did, I like troubleshooting and figuring stuff out. Sometimes I'm not real good at it. So what I did, this is a shelf here where I keep all my main bearings in stock. So I got them 3 right there. I think there is a standard, case 50, crank standard, then I've got a 100 standard 100 oversized thrust. So what I did is I laid them out. Took measurements on the outside with a micrometer, measured the outside. So that's what our readings were right there, right? Okay, so according to our chart right here, see if I can get in on that without it glaring. So see, that's basically what your measurements are right there, okay? And most of the bearings that are sold, let me back this up so I can read here. Most of the bearings that are sold for the case oversize are 50, 100, 150, and 2. Okay, so that's 20 thousandths, 40, 60, and 80. You don't see any hardly at all. I looked through this. There is a 75 on something. There's like 1, 2. There's like 2. Anyhow, so long story short, so I take all my measurements for everything. Everything is going up. You know, that's standard. This measures, this comes out right to 20 over. This comes out right to 40 over. Same way with the nose bearings. Okay, the nose bearing should be. Now, you know what I came up with on the bearing that I had in there? That right there. It come out to a 0.75 millimeter or 30 thousandths. So, that bearing was apparently loosened up in there. Let's see, that case, as a matter of fact, that case was cut 20 over. So that bearing was too tight, too big. So when I'd clamp her down, because it would turn over, and then once you got all the pistons in it, it turned over a little stiffer. And I didn't think too much of it. Well, that would be my fault. So let me come back over here. So anyway, just a little heads up on some of the stuff that you can run into. Yo, turn this around so I can see. I think it's still recording. Alright, so anyway, so I've got everything laid out here. See if I can zoom this in. If I can turn it. Sorry about that. All being shaky and all. Alright, here a while back I took a machinist class. Just a night class, no big deal. Made this block. I messed up on my mask because the lifters are too close together. I took stamps and marked them 4-3, flywheel down on this side, cylinders. Just little simple stuff. You can make things like this out of wood. It's no big deal. If you have somebody that can make it out of aluminum for you. Another little plate right here. I guess I'm zoomed in. I don't need to bring it up to you. Just a little wood. Took 16 penny nails, cut the heads off of them. That way I got everything all lined out. There's nothing wrong with having stuff dumped out on the bench, but that's just me. But anyhow, how everything is laid out here, when I took that engine back apart, that's how I laid it all out. Painstakingly, it went to the parts washer the same way, piece at a time, as to keep everything together. Okay, now, ooh, wow, that's close. Hey, yeah, you don't want to see that much of me. Alright, so anyhow, so I went over the bearings. Now, back to the block. So I had, let's see if we can come over here. If I can go the right way. I've got everything all locked up on here. Bring that back down. There, yeah. Motor on the run stand is out of my cousin's car and out there. Alright, so anyhow, get out of here, Fly. So anyhow, here we are. Now we've got it set back in. I replaced the studs that had issues. I put it back together. I retorqued the case. I have another one pull out. And it torqued when I had it together before. So I took it back apart. I ended up replacing all of the long 8mm studs. Both of these on the snout, this side here, and then the two for the rear cam bearing. Yeah, nice. You got helicoil, you've got some kind of case saver type deal. There's various companies and brands, but they're all basically a helicoil type deal. You just drill them oversized. You can run a new thread down inside, and you're done. Alright, so anyhow, so what we got here, see in this snout, we've got all these set in here. Everything should be good. So we're on another case. This one has all been deburred, cleaned everything up inside. It's been a real mess. Like I say, I'm about done dealing with just a block. Trying to think of something else I was going to show you guys. Everybody uses different stuff on their assemblies. Some people use oil. I use a little bit of both. I grew up working on small block Chevys. This stuff right here. Let me bring that up. That's what I grew up. White lithium grease. That's what I grew up laying inside the bearings when you set your crank in there. Of course, your break-in lube on your cam, whatever camshaft you use, you should be using the appropriate break-in lube that the cam lifter company recommend. I'm trying to think, there was something else. I know there was something else. I do not remember what it is. So we might end up calling that a day. There we go. Let's see if I can zoom back out. I don't want to see all this here. Alright, come back here. I've had a sudden surge in subscribers. I wanted to say thank you to everybody. 108. I think it was, and I need to say thank you to Easy Jeezy for recommending you folks come and check me out. I don't do as many videos as I'd like to. I have a full-time job besides this. And today in Kansas it is almost 9:15. The humidity is just terrible. I got a fan blowing on me. My shirt is soaked at 9 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. So anyhow, I just want to say thank you to everybody. Keep hitting the like and subscribe. Leave some comments, things you'd like to look at, things you want to see. I'll see what I can do to get them done. I guess for right now, I'll just let everybody go. Until next time, have a good day.